There is something else that is going on that I simply called I simply call crowdfunding, right? By crowdfunding, this is not the kind of crowdfunding that you are thinking of, that people gather money for you or people decide to make contributions for you. It is in that form, but now it is not money. Do you know that the crowd can fund your behavior? They can gather opinions that will form your behavior. They can gather opinions, gather suggestions that will affect your own decisions in life. There is such a thing as crowdfunding, especially in our day when social media is available and affordable and accessible to almost everybody from every part of the world. So there is that thing that is called crowdfunding. Somebody donates this and that. And if you are not careful, if you look around your life, you will see that majority of the things you do are actually funded by the crowd. And I will always say again and again that a crowd has no face is an indication that the crowd has little sense, because most of our senses are attached to our face. So when you take the crowd's opinion, most times you can't point, this is the person that gave me this opinion, or that is the person that advised me to do this, but you would eventually go with it, or you eventually go with it because it is all around and everywhere, and you can't hold anybody responsible when it doesn't turn out fine, and you can't say this is the person that misled me, or even if it turns out fine, there is nobody to appreciate. So you should have to be wise, beware, be sensible enough to know when to filter things that you take from the crowd, because believe me, the crowd will always be willing to sponsor opinions, to sponsor your behavior, to sponsor. They say everybody is doing it. They are funding your own behavior. They are telling you that please go ahead and do it. Everybody, I'll say that it will be sad. Many people will be disappointed to find out that that very thing that they think everybody else is doing it, they are the only ones, with maybe a few other people that are actually doing it. The rest of the people are only the devil's advocate. They know how to push it, and then you are on the receiving end. You know how to receive it, to accept it, to take it, to put it into action. It is crowdfunding. The crowd is funding your decisions. People run marriages because of the things they learned on social media, the opinions, and it is not necessarily bad, because there are places on social media that you get very sound opinion about certain things, about whether marriage, whether business. You get all of those education. So it is not entirely a bad thing to get crowdfunding some of the time. But I am bringing this video to you so that I will wake the side of your brain that is responsible for investigating opinions, for criticizing. Don't take anything from anybody hook, line and sinker. Nobody actually has that 100% that knows it from all angles. Everything that you hear, everything you see is usually taller than it is wide, right? It means it depends on where you are standing. So you should be sensible enough to investigate every opinion, to investigate every suggestion, to investigate every direction whatsoever, especially when it is coming from an unregulated source like social media. I say it is unregulated because anybody with data can go up there and upload anything, say whatever they want to say. It doesn't mean that they have sense. It doesn't mean that they know what they are doing. It just means that they have data and they have a phone that has a camera. That's all the thing that we can guarantee. But as for sense, we cannot guarantee that they are sensible. As for morals, we can't guarantee that they have a moral compass that works. So all of those factors. So crowdfunding is not necessarily a bad thing, but in most cases it turns out bad because people just take whatever they see out there on social media, on TV, the movies. That is why we have people living in fantasies. They have things, ideas that they've seen that they expect it to be reality, but it is simply showbiz. So beware of crowdfunding. Get a brain, use your own brain, get your own brain, and it will help you to filter whatever you are getting from wherever. I hope you found this useful. If you didn't, sit down and think about it. How many things you do currently that you actually got from social media? How many trends you are following? Not because you've investigated the relevance, but because you are following trends. Simply, a crowd funded that action, that behavior. Think about it.